Hey guys, my name is Sardines. I am going to do a gear video for my Appalachian Trail through hike. Now this is a midway or partway gear video. I've already done a third of the trail, left in late February, and got a third of the way through 2.5 months later northbound. So this is my gear after I've made a bunch of changes, found kind of what works for me. So enjoy. This is my gear. It's not everything. It is missing at the moment. I'll show you. It's outside. My tent, pack, shoes, and all my clothes. I was treating them with permethrin, so they're drying right now this morning. So I'll show you everything, and then I'll show you that. Oh, my food bag's not here also. So quilt, enlightened equipment 10 degree. I'm keeping this. I could get away with a warmer quilt right now, but I just didn't want to spend the money on one. So a little extra weight, but I'm fine with that. For a tent, I have a Big Agnes Copper Spur UL1. Worked out great for me. These are my poles and stakes for it. You'll see that tent in a little bit. Sleeping, I'm using a different pad. I use the Thermarest Neo Air X Lite, but I'm trying something different. This is heavier, but I already had it. I'm trying to not spend too much money, so I didn't buy another one. This is a Thermarest Pro Lite, pretty sure. Yeah, Thermarest Pro Lite Plus Regular. So it's definitely, not the lightest one out there. It's a self-inflating one, but I just wasn't having good night's sleeps, so I'm gonna try this out, and if I don't have a noticeable improvement in sleep, I will switch back to my Neo Air. I also got a pillow just last night. This is a Cocoon travel pillow. It's pretty light. It's like 2.5 ounces. I tried it out, slept with it last night. It'll just help with my sleep comfort. That's something that I definitely want to improve. Got a hat here and a bug net. I've heard bugs can be pretty bad, or head bug net. So I'll wear, it's the Sea to Summit one. I'll wear that over my hat. That should help. Headlamp, Black Diamond Storm. This headlamp worked out great. I carried extra batteries initially, but I was able to get a month and a half on one set of batteries, so I'm not carrying extras anymore. I'm amazed how long that lasted. This is a little pouch that I would wear around my chest, just for carrying snacks and my phone and the day's stuff. Platypus bladder here. Could probably get away with a 2-liter, but I have the 3-liter, so I'll use it. Just nice for camp, just to have some extra water. Purell, got a little thing to go on the front of my pack. Great. For a water filter, I'm going to continue using this, what's it called? MSR Hyperflow. It's just nice to be able to stick the thing and just pump it up. It's been working great. And then for backup, I have Aquamira. And then this is some bleach that I carry, which can also be used to treat water. And also, I need it to clean this filter. They want you to every week or two, something like that. You gotta pump some bleach water through that filter to disinfect it. So it's a little bit of maintenance, but I'm fine with it. Bandana for just drying stuff. If my tent's wet or whatever, I can soak up that moisture. Toilet paper in a Ziploc. Bug spray. This is some Sawyer bug spray. I'll also probably be carrying. I'll also be carrying a bigger spray thing with me for extras. I'm just gonna use that up. Here, so this is my. Just keep this double Ziploc, but I have a journal, pen, headphones, and battery charger. And there's also going to be a phone charger in there, which will also charge my battery. It's just not here at the moment. This is pepper spray. This is my personal locator beacon. It's a Rescue Link Plus. ACR is a brand. This is just a tag with I keep my phone, email, name on, in case, I lose my pack. Someone can have some way to identify me. Little mini compass. What do we have here? This is my Puffy. It's an Arc'teryx Atom LT. Very lightweight, works out quite nicely. Rain jacket, Marmot precip also has worked out nicely. I'm not bringing rain pants now that it's warmer out. I would just either wear my boxers or shorts, and then my legs will get wet. So nice to be able to ditch some of that weight. 2 1-liter Smart Waters. These bottles last a great long time. So I got new ones, but I think my other ones lasted me. I used them for pretty much the whole first third. Trekking poles, Black Diamond, what are they called? Alpine carbon cork. These worked out amazingly. Got some duct tape attached to it. Perfect. Yeah, they've saved me so many times from falling, allowed me to hike faster. Really happy with it. For a pot, I have the MSR tea kettle, I think they call it. Perfect. Worked out great. Pocket Rocket also worked out great for me. This is my cooking bandana just to clean out the pot if it's when it's dirty. Deuce of Spades trowel worked out great for going to the bathroom. Thick lighter. Toiletry bag. I've got some Body Glide, which I did have to use when it got warmer for chafing. It worked out. I have some Gold Bond, which I only had to use in the beginning for blisters. Once my feet kind of got accustomed, I stopped using it. Toothpaste, chapstick with sunscreen, which I didn't really use. I used in the beginning of my thru hike because it was kind of winter and the trees weren't filled in, but once they got filled in, I never really needed sunscreen, so I might not be using that too much. Toothbrush, floss, contacts. This is just a backup in case I lose or break my glasses, but I do have glasses, and they're transitions, so they shade when it's sunny. So those have worked out fine. I just didn't like having to do contacts every day. It just got kind of annoying and it's not too cleanly. Now these are some wet wipes. This is another Ziploc that has my Sea to Summit long spork thing and just an extra Smart Water cap in case I need it. Fuel. So my glasses case with a cloth, and then I have some earplugs in there. This is my first aid / utility kit. I've got a bunch of Band-Aids, antibiotic ointment, some arnica, nail clippers, some KT tape, an extra lighter, a tent pole splint, some tweezers, tick key for removing ticks. I've heard that ticks are supposed to be pretty bad this season. These are just little knives that I'm carrying. This is just it has scissors on it, and then this is just a little razor blade sharp thing. So see what works for me there. But I got rid of the big heavy Leatherman. Really didn't use it that often. Then I've got some patches for a sleeping pad, some alcohol pads, towelettes, and I think a couple little pill things. Well, that's it here. So we will move on outside. Yeah, that's everything. Cool. Before we go outside, I've got my phone charger here with a removable lightning for the iPhone and micro USB for my battery pack. I'm bringing the faster charger. It was just nice it's going to be nice I'll take a little extra weight to charge my phone and battery pack faster when in like restaurants and stuff. Carrying a little wallet, just found it nice. I'll take the extra weight instead of just having things with a like clip on it, like the credit cards. Just nice to have it a little more contained. Still using my Sea to Summit 20-liter dry sack. It did end up getting some holes in it from abrasion, but 700 miles, it's still good. And then this is a bag of another food supply, because I'm going to be doing, when you start the trail, there's like a 100-mile wilderness. So I don't know how fast I'm going to be hiking because I've been off the trail for 6 weeks. So I'm going to have that food delivered to me kind of at the halfway point or so. So I don't have to carry a ton of food. All right, so this is all hanging up with my rope that I'll be using for a bear hang, 45 feet, I think. Big Agnes Copper Spur UL1, which is drying because I sprayed it with permethrin, but it kind of worked out great. Held up. Did have to patch a couple very minor, maybe 2 little holes I found in the fly. Footprint, this held up great. Did the job. This is Tyvek, but not the thick Tyvek. It's like a thinner kite making one. I think if you look up like 1443, something like that, you'll find it. But it's great. I did this in the beginning. I bought these little grommets and didn't really need this much tape to reinforce it, but I cut it kind of too short, so I did that. So it's a little heavier than it could be, but worked out great. Allows me to set up the tent if it's raining or set up the fly before I set up the tent. So very cool. Pack, I'm going to be sticking with the Exos 58. This held up, no holes or anything, really held up great. What you'll notice is different is this padding. So I'm going to try this out, see how it works, but kind of a creative idea. So I added some padding here and taped it up for my hip belt, because I'm going to try to avoid that nerve getting pinched on my thigh. So I'm hoping this extra padding helps with not tightening this as much. And I think I've been hiking with too long of a stride, because I felt that kind of irritate that area. So I'm going to shorten that, hoping to not have that issue come back. And then I added this. This is mostly for comfort. I did notice this was a little uncomfortable without the padding on me. So this should be nicer. So we'll see if it stays on. Kind of excited to try that. These are Asics, I guess GT 2000 trail runners. So haven't really used these too much in the trail, but we'll see how they work. Kind of excited. And I got some insoles also that are a little more comfortable than my last ones. Also, I decided to bring a small pair of flip-flops for camp shoes. So for hiking, I'm gonna try starting out in long clothes here. So this is you zip off pants here, and then long sleeve shirt. So that should be good. That's what I'll be wearing, along with these darn tough socks. And then this is a little headband for sweat. It's a polyester one that I had. Then what else do I have? Boxers, ex officio boxers. I use these on my hike so far. They worked out great. And then I'm going to be carrying also a just pair of shorts and I cut them off because they were cut off the ends because they were a little bit long. And then I have a short sleeve shirt also. So I don't know what I'll be hiking in long term. On my hike, I hiked in like short sleeve stuff. But now that I've heard that ticks and bugs are an issue, I might be hiking in long sleeve stuff, even though I'll get hot. But I have both. The other one will be like a town clothes or something extra. So I'll see what works. See y'all on the trail. Sardines out.